watching any new shows or doing anything like that?
Let's see. Yeah, we're planning to see Batman versus Superman this weekend,
All right.
so I'm excited for that. And I caught up on nearly caught up. I'm just one episode, the current episode behind of the A&E drama Bates Motel.
Have not even. I don't know anything about it.
It's based off of the characters are based off of the movies Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho,
All right.
and it's all sort of backstory to it.
All right.
So you pick up the series when Norman's a at the end of high school. You know,
Okay.
maybe it's third year, I think, is what it really came down to, and just kind of following that, following his blackouts and his sort of psychosis, and it's very, very well done. And I love the movie Psycho. I love I love what they're doing with this, and it's kind of fun, and it's got its moments of of some silliness, but of like kind of just being over the top and that sort of stuff. But otherwise, really fun show. Strongly advise getting in if you can get into it. Get into it. And let's see how can you do it. I think it's all on. Yeah, all previous episodes are on Netflix, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're on Hulu as well.
I I could easily do that as I have Netflix, but I've never watched that yet.
And the episode, there's about maybe I want to say 10 to 12 episodes per season, so it's not something like you're going to be completely inundated with episodes.
So
So
that's how they hook you on all the episodes. I feel shows are like 10 episodes long or 13 episodes, where you just like cruise through stuff, and it makes it real easy. I love
yeah,
my favorite, and I don't like watch these shows, but I think it's hilarious how some reality shows have seasons. Like
yes,
for instance, Top Chef has only been on for a couple years, right? But they've had like 17 seasons already. Where it's like it wasn't. I think Survivor was like that too, or I don't know. That always kind of
yeah,
cracks me. I'm like, well, but they make it. This is it's what everybody wants everything like now. That's awesome though.
yeah.
How you don't have to. I don't have to wait like I mean, some shows you still have to wait weeks for, but I don't have to wait weeks for stuff. I don't know.
Mhm.
I think it's pretty awesome. But, imagine if it like went back to the way it was. What if there
Ooh.
was like a renaissance of television in 25 years from now where we just get rid of all streaming services and it's like, all right, you got to be in front of that
Oh
TV at 8
gosh.
o'clock. No
Yeah,
theater
that'll never
streaming.
happen.
That'll never happen again.
Well, the only thing that has that sort of monopoly on that mentality is sports. So,
Yeah,
you're gonna the NFL is the perfect way to look at that. So,
I mean, they make it easy though. I feel like they put the stuff on like at the easy. You know what I mean? Like how many
yes.
unless you live like now if there's anybody listening on the West Coast, I'm not trying to diss you in any way. It must incredibly suck to have to live by everybody else's schedule as far as sports go. So I don't know what that's like. Now I would say if I live there or grew up there, that it would be normal. But I guess it would kind of be weird to start watching NFL at 10 o'clock in the morning. But
Well, I guess that wouldn't be too
but
bad. I mean, the
that would
NFL.
be cool. But I mean, other stuff would be kind of tough. Like if you're
Yeah.
if you're a transplant of any kind, you know what I mean? Like it's like
Oh yeah.
say
Yeah.
you moved, you know, to California, and you'd have to like your 1 o'clock like afternoon Sox games would be on at 11. Yeah, it's just a different way. So I don't know about that, but no, you're
Right.
totally right. Like the one thing I do miss about sports and TV, and I stream a lot more now. I miss having the DVR with sports because I was always a big fan of not necessarily starting the game at the same time. and
Yeah.
catching up via, fast forwarding through commercials and such. So I do miss that about conventional TV, but other than that, I'm cool with streaming complete seasons and watching very limited, if none, if no commercials. So that's cool. I haven't been watching anything. Oh, let's see. I've been keeping up, like I said, with everything on HBO that I watch with Vinyl and Girls, and I started watching a new show. It's called, I don't even know how to explain this show. I think you just have to see it if you do have HBO, and or if you can find a means to see it. It's a show called Animals. It's an animated show,
Huh.
and
Okay.
it's just animals in like it's comical. Like they're talking about they're in different I don't know how to even like there's one episode that's like pigeons, and the pigeons are going to a party, and they're at a party in a social situation, and there's awkward pigeons socially and not so awkward pigeons socially and such, and it's very funny. Um yeah, so I've been watching that, but other than that, I've really haven't been doing much of you know whole lot of, well, I mean, we had Easter, our Easter celebrations this past weekend.
Hmm.
If you celebrate along with Easter, you know, that's what we're doing. So how was your Easter celebration?
It was good. It was a marathon. So we had church in the morning, and then a little respite after church, and then it was not the services were fine. It was just a little bit over an hour, but then it was brunch at about noon, and that didn't stop until close to, oh boy, um, so it was brunch and dinner, and that went till about, we had to tap out at about 7:45 just because the little guy had not had a nap at all. So he was exhausted. He went to bed quickly and without any trouble. But he so certainly a very very long day for him. But uh, almost too much food seemingly. So hopefully everyone learned to scale back a little bit. How about you?
Oh, well, we have it here, so we entertain.
Ah, nice.
So, which is nice, and the nice thing about the Easter holiday is it's an early holiday for all of us.
Hmm.
Like, so we did two meals. We did breakfast and lunch, or I guess, I don't know. We ate breakfast at like 9, and we had lunch at like, I don't know, like 1 o'clock or something like that.
Very cool.
So it was totally fun. And then like we had where we have like a Easter egg hunt for my two kids, and then I have three nephews. So we went outside, and it was nice. It was nice. The I don't.
Yeah.
God, it wasn't nice. It was nice for here. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like awesome, awesome. It was nice.
Yeah, we're
It
not
was
talking
it was
70
nice
degrees
enough
in
to be
shorts. Yeah.
outside. I'm sure it's 50 degrees out, and people are like, "It's beautiful outside." I'm like, "No, it's not. It's bearable." But it was nice to go outside, and we hid the eggs from them everywhere, and that was kind of fun. And we grilled too. So
Ooh, very cool. What'd you end up grilling?
grilled some we just grilled some salmon, some sausages, and some asparagus. So
Very cool.
had some biscuits and gravy for breakfast, some eggs, and
Nice.
potatoes and all that fun stuff. So no, it was a good day. And then it's just over. It's all good. And then
Yeah.
everybody was gone, and I think everybody was out of my house by like 3 o'clock. So that was cool. So we were just hanging out the rest of the day, and my daughter was off school. Part of her spring break was the Monday too. It extended, so
Ah,
it was
that's
nice
good.
to not have to get up and get all that starting. You know, on a Monday
Yes.
morning, you just like sit around. Yeah, but then I had,
Ease back. Yeah.
yeah, well, yeah, I actually had an appointment. I had
Ah.
I'm in the process of applying for disability benefits. So I
Mm.
had to go to so you send them all your information and everything, like, and I mean I signed like doctors releases and stuff. So they can, like, what I've come to find out is your doctor's office doesn't always like give them what they need. You know what I'm saying? Because like
Yes.
I received a letter and like, hey, we tried to get information from these people, but they're not doing it. So I had to like hunt that down. But then, regardless of that, I think no matter what, they want you to see their doctors and their people.
Yeah.
So about 3 weeks ago, I had to go see a doctor. Like he was an internist for it.
Mm.
And then
Okay.
this on Monday, I had to go see a psychologist who. I mean, it's not like it had like they just like literally he was the person asking me the questions on their form. You know what I mean?
Right.
So now I wait.
More so to make
Now,
sure you're not
now I
just.
wait and see if I'm like approved to be disabled. So that's what I did on Monday. So that actually kind of was like, I don't know. I'd rather spend my Monday a different way, but
Oh,
wasn't
I can't imagine why.
wasn't horrible. It wasn't like I didn't have to go to like a government office or anything. So I mean,
That's good.
yeah, you don't want to have to go to.
Count your blessings.
I've had to go to the local Social Security office before.
Oh, I can't
You
imagine
don't,
that being
if you
anything fun.
ever, word of advice, if you ever in the history of ever have to go to the Social Security office, make an appointment. Okay? Because
Hmm.
if you make an appointment, you just show up, and when you like check in, you're like, I'm here for my appointment, and then you wait, and then they call you when it's your appointment.
Nice.
If you just walk in there, you just gotta wait with everybody else like a schmuck and wait for them to call you, and then they call, and it's one of those situations where like they call you to the main window, and then you gotta wait again to talk to the person. You know what I mean? Because they call you in the main window to like find out what you need, and then they like it gets. When I go to Rush Hospital a lot, and their blood lab is the same way. You pick a number, you tell them what you want, you get a number, and then they call your number, and you go to one person, and they take all your paperwork and everything and get you set up, and they give you your paperwork back, and then they say, wait for your number to be called again. And then sometimes when you wait for your number to be called again, you have to go to a different counter, and then they give you back your paperwork and they say, wait for your number to be called again. Or sometimes they just call you to the lab.
Oh.
Amazingly, the system works pretty efficiently depending on all sorts of things. Like I've been in it with a lot of people waiting, and I've been in it with like nobody at all. And when there's nobody like waiting at all, it goes super quick. Even when there's not. So at least it wasn't a government office.
Yes.
I have to go to a government office. And hopefully I actually had to go to the Social Security office because I could not get an account on SSA.gov because I could not answer my financial history questions good enough. And I'd read these questions, and then they lock you out for like 24 hours if you don't answer your stuff, and then you can go back. So I literally got to the point where it was like I had my credit report in front of me, and I'm answering the questions 100% based on my credit report, and I still got locked out. So if you ever have to get another word to the wise, if you ever have to get an account on SDA.gov and are struggling with some of your background questions, which I was answering everything correctly, for whatever reason, it would not verify me. If you go to the Social Security office, you can bypass all of that because you are going there and you are there, and they override that whole little like thing. But you got to go to the Social Security office. But you can make an appointment,
Yes, make it a
and
point.
then so make an appointment and then go there and you can get your account like lickety split like that. It was very fast. But and that's what I've come to learn. in my short amount of time
There you go.
here on this planet.